All right, let me show you how easy it is to use Ornamental Designer Pro. Here in the designer, on the left-hand side, you have your configuration buttons. This makes it super easy. Starting out with, you can choose whether you want to use imperial or metric, and whether you want to show your dimensions as you're working on your drawing. Over here in the visual preview, you can zoom in and zoom out as you would like. Panel basics, this is where you set your panel type, whether it's a single swing, double swing, whether you're using a square tube or round tube. That doesn't really matter for the visual presentation, but that just helps when you get to your cut list, helps the program determine what material it's supposed to show you. Then you've got your panel width here. That's obviously the width of the panel you're drawing. You can also set this in posts, but we'll talk about that in a minute. This is where you set the height of your panel. So now going to posts, as I mentioned before, you have a post-to-post opening here. So a lot of installers set their posts before actually building your panels. When you do that, you can take a measurement in the field and then you can add that measurement here in this configuration. This is also where you determine for your drawing whether you've got showing one post, whether you're showing two posts, what the size of your posts are, how far the posts extend above the gate, how far they extend below the gate, whether you're doing a base plate. This is also where you get to add your hinges, what side of the gate the hinges are on, and whether there are extension bars for masonry columns. Speaking about masonry columns, here's your masonry columns input. You can add a masonry column on the left side, on the right side. You can change your column size, your column height, extension above the post, what material the column is made out of, whether it's brick or cultured stone or river rock, whether you want a cap, whether you need a notch for an opener, for a gate opener, and you can apply that from the left side to the right side. Moving on to the frame of your panel, this is where you change your frame size. You can, let's say you want to do 4-inch frame all the way around. And as you see, as you change your inputs in the configurator, it automatically updates in your preview window. This is also where you would add slope height if you needed to slope the gate or rack the gate or rack the panel. And now you've got your uprights. Uprights, that's what I call the vertical section. So say you want to add one in the middle and you can edit that upright. You can make that whatever you want it to be. You can also hide individual uprights. You can also extend your uprights above the panel. You can also extend the frame uprights above the panel as well. Now moving on down, oh, you can also add caps to your uprights. Now here's where you change your top profile. I'm actually going to change the width of the gate to make it easier to see the differences in the top profile. Let's go ahead and go to a 16-foot gate. And now we go back down here to our top profile and let's change it from a flat top to an arched, or from arched to, let's do a compound arch. So it's really easy. When you have changed the top profile to an arch or compound arch, you can also change your arch height, your sides, whether you want a straight section on the ends. You can change all that. And the program also gives you your outside radii for ordering bent tubes. Then go here, you've got your rail section. So you want to add multiple rails, and then you can edit your individual rails. As you're editing your individual rails, you can make them follow the top profile or be flat or follow a bottom profile. You can also change the size of the rails. Moving on to braces, say you want to add diagonal braces. You can brace each section individually. So this section, let's say you wanted to do from left to right, and that section from right to left. So that's how you do the bracing. Moving on to picket section. This is where you change the size of your pickets, the spacing of your pickets, whether you want standard pickets or twisted, or whether you're going to alternate that pattern. You can also do hammered. So if you want to do hammered pickets instead, Then this is also where you would extend your pickets above the gate. Once you extend the pickets above the gate, you can choose different finials. Now we have generic finials that you can use for any size. Then we have specific finials that are actually have item numbers, and you can link to distributors to purchase those. So this is like the ballpoint quad. You see here, this only works with 3/4 inch pickets. You can also change your picket patterns. You can do alternating, so you can have multiple different finials on top of your pickets. Then you've got your dog pickets here. So if you wanted to add dog pickets down on the bottom, you can do that. You can make those extend above the bottom rail as well. And you can actually add finials to the tops of those as well. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. Then here is your section fill. So this is where if you wanted to have solid or chain link even, or pickets and solid. But so here, like you click each one and that changes it. You see the pickets go away and you see you've got solid and whatnot. So that's kind of cool that you can do that. And now scrolling down further, you get to your panel lock. So you can add locks. You can add a mag lock to it. See here on a single swing gate, the mag lock is over here. You can say whether that's on the outside, the visible side, or whether it's on the inside. When you make it on the inside, that gives you a hatch line to see there. Then you've got mounting plate. This would be for like gate opener mounting plate, and you can again set it on the outside, the visible side, or the inside. You can change the size of it, you can change the location of it. And then you've got your components. Components would be if you want to add circles or scrolls or anything along those lines. Now, these scrolls here, like 10-inch C scroll, that's an actual part from King Metal. So if you go to the component library, you can actually click through to a link where you can purchase that from King Metal. And you can add multiple components. And then you've got your shapes and text here. So you can add any shapes you want: rectangle, circle, oval. Let's go ahead and so I'm not going to get into it. Just tell you can do that. You can add ovals. You can add text to your ovals. You can really do anything. See, I mean, that's pretty much it. That gives you the full rundown. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks.